You've outdone yourself because Scott Embry says, "Oh, I love that music."
I did it for Scott.
Midnight at the Oasis.
Love it.
Man, isn't that one of those songs?
It makes you feel good.
Yeah, turn that mic, just tilt it towards you a little bit.
There we go.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Kenny, how you doing this morning? You good in there picking out music, good music and everything?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling all right. It's Friday night.
All right. Every day is Friday as far as I'm concerned, especially when we have Scott Embry in here, who is the executive director. He's thinking about buying the place. The United Way of Cumberland County.
Yeah.
Welcome. You come
Thank
there,
you.
was it every second?
Second Friday each month. I look forward to being here with you, Gilbert. It's always a good time to come out and talk to your audience a little bit.
Well, I want you to tell us kind of what you got going on here, and there's something I want to talk with you about as well, but it's time for... You did a great thing last year. Tell us about last year and then tell us about this year.
Yeah. Well, we worked all last year raising money. We have awesome donors that have contributed, kind of getting us ready for this moment. We are getting ready to launch into granting season, and that kicks off on January the 29th. We have a grant workshop with our partners at FTCC where we will go over everything someone would need to know in order to apply for United Way funding. Our what we do, the heart of our organization, and why so many donors join us is because we raise money all year so that we can find the most impactful programs across Cumberland County and fund those programs. So this is always a highlight for me, is when we get to meet with a lot of area nonprofits and find out what they're working on, and then ultimately decide on what we can work on together. So it is really, really a cool season for us. Kicks off on the 29th with our grant workshop at FTCC. They can go to unitedway-cc.org and stay up to date on all those important dates. Or follow us on social media. Those announcements will be coming forth, as well as press releases and so forth.
You had a chance to help a lot of organizations, and any of them really stand out? I guess they're all equal, but there's got to be something about with kids, or what really sticks out to you?
Yeah, well, I will tell you, there was one in particular this year that I got to know, someone that was really impacted by it, and it's the Find a Friend programs that Fayetteville Urban Ministry runs. And they had a young man who would be classified as an at-risk kid. And I got to meet him and know him and listen to his story. And, one thing that really stuck out to me, Gilbert, was the fact when he said, I just needed someone to believe in me and believe in what I could be. And, and Find a Friend program provided me mentors and people that made me realize that I could be more than what I was at that time. And I'm telling you, when you hear stories like that and you meet people like that, it just forever changes you. So that happens to be on the top of my mind right now. But there are so many wonderful programs, just like Find a Friend, that are really changing lives in our community.
I was involved with Find a Friend in terms of the auction. They used to have an auction. I don't know if they still do it. That's Johnny Wilson, those folks over at Fayetteville Urban Ministry. Mm-hmm. And they would have these kids come in. We would sell stuff. And the community was just fantastic in terms of donating things for the auction that was over at the Spectrum warehouse over there on Rayford Road. And Greg Barnes was with Channel 11 at the time. I was with Channel 5. And we put those flags aside to help the community, and we sold all kinds of things. And one thing that always stuck out to me was the time we sold a canoe. There was someone donated a canoe to give away with paddles, and we put it out on the floor, and Greg and I got in, and we acted like we were paddling. Phones ran off the hook, and we sold the community. So, it's fun things like that.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Regardless of your background, your career, what you do, there's need in our community, man, and we can address it together much, much more effectively than we could ever do it by ourselves. And, the Live United motto for so many years really speaks directly into that is, we've all got a role to play in our community, and it is incredible when we all come together and play those roles. We do so much good.
Yeah, I was reading a thing, and I read it yesterday, and I said we were going to kind of talk about it today. You have one program that's been so successful. Now you have so much success that you can't provide for everyone. We're talking about the Dolly Parton Reading Initiative. Talk about there and some of the problems that you're having. the good problems, to a certain extent.
Yeah, we're lucky. The United Way manages the Dolly Parton Imagination Library for Cumberland County, and we've done that since 2005 when it launched here. And this past year, there has been a coming together. We launched partnerships with both of our hospitals, Cape Fear Valley Health and Womack, to where every child born in our county, and I believe we're the only county in North Carolina doing this, goes home with their first Dolly book and access to the program. So what's happened as awareness has grown, then obviously we went from averaging probably 50 or 60 registrations a month to over 300 the last 3 months. And every 300 new registrations cost about $10,500 a year to mail those books, ship those books to those families. So, you can do that until you get to where your level of resources. And then at the same time, some ongoing budget kind of constraints at Partnership for Children. They've been partnered with us since the very beginning, and they take on some of the kids and we take on some of the kids, and they haven't been able to do that this year. So we've been taking it on at the United Way, but because it has been so successful and these partnerships are really working, we're just at the point now where we have to just, as people graduate, add them back on until some new funding comes available.
Well, and I think this points to the fact that the need outweighs the resources, and you see that all the time. And now here we are in 2026. And it's time for us to start the cycle over again. Talk about what you see in the future in terms of the community giving and where the needs are.
Yeah, it has been really incredible that as awareness grows, people are just generous around here. I mean, we are in a generous community. I hear it over and over, and then I see it play out. And I think, as we can get the blinders off of the community and let them see the things that we're working on, we're seeing a lot of new people jump on board, willing to help us. We had an incredible Giving Tuesday, the best the United Way has ever done, with people just wanting to jump in and help. And, the need is going to continue to grow. So it's so critical when you partner with the United Way. We're analyzing lots of programs across this community, and we analyze and look for the most effective, the way we can stretch donor dollars the first. And it works out really good. Last year, 1 in 3 people in Cumberland County was impacted by a United Way funded program. So when you think about, that amount of reach, it really is cool. And so every year when we do this, those are the things that we're looking at. We're looking at programs that are high performing, high impact, and reach a lot of people. And those are the things we prioritize because resources aren't growing at the rate of need. So we've got to be as efficient with resources as we can. And really, when people bring us those ideas and what they're working on, it allows us to do it well.
And let's talk about the process of bringing those ideas and how does that happen? Is this a website thing? You knock on the door, you come in here right now and say, I got Scott. I got an idea, Scott. Yeah. What's the deal?
It's not quite that easy, but it is pretty easy. But we have an RFP workshop that we'll be holding on January the 29th at FTCC. And in order to get United Way funding or to even get your program considered, you've got to come to that workshop. So it's required. And we'll have a room full of people, and we will go through all those guidelines that we're looking at. Here's the types of programs we're looking at. And then from that, they submit their RFPs. And then our group of Community Impact Council review these, analyze it, and, ultimately partner with these organizations to fund programs that are, again, changing lives in our community. So it is an awesome process.
And we talk with the Cumberland Community Foundation. They actually have workshops to teach you what you have to do in order to apply, because it can be pretty confusing. There's an awful lot of paperwork that you have to do and make sure money is accountable.
Yeah.
And it's accounted for. And so we understand the process.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of people in the community who say, look, I got a great idea. I really want to help kids do this, or I want to get kids off the streets, or I know I got an idea. But they have the idea, and able to pull it off are two different things. I mean, a perfect example is someone who makes a nice sweet potato pie, and it's delicious. And I think I'm going to open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
You can't open up. You get the point.
I do. I do.
Do you face that as you have people wanting to help?
Yeah, we do. And this is what I would tell people with a great idea, that you may not qualify for United Way funding just yet, because you do have to be in business for 2 years. You do have to have a board of directors. You do have to have financial accountability. And a lot of people with good ideas haven't thought through that completely. But even if you don't qualify for United Way funding, there are numerous organizations that we partner with to help bring ideas to life. So we would talk to them, and some didn't qualify for funding, but after a few years, they did qualify for funding. So we don't just give money. The United Way is a support system for nonprofits in this community. And if you want to be successful as a nonprofit, you need a network of people. You are probably not going to be able to do it by yourself. And I think that's where I would encourage all the nonprofits that haven't plugged into the United Way network, come and see us on the 29th. Let us get to know you, because we're more than just money. We're a really good resource for organizations.
Well, and I would guess also that you would, when you say a resource, you can connect this business with that particular organization. You're talking about doing this, and so-and-so is talking about it. Maybe there's a collaboration that's needed here in order for you guys to pull it off together, because right now, individually, can't do it.
Yeah.
But maybe together. And this is what you're talking about, networking.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, one of the pillars that we work on is to reduce duplication by encouraging cooperation and collaboration. So, that is part of what we do. We try not to fund the same programs over and over again. We will get people working together on things, fund it for one person, and then help them plug into other areas. So, and it's not 100% that way, like a food pantry. We need more than one of those, so we fund more than one food pantry. But a lot of things, if we have one really good organization doing it, we want to get behind that.
All right, if you're just joining me, I've got Scott Embry here, who's the executive director of the Cumberland County United Way. And you service more than Cumberland County. We're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to take a little break and come back to you. Listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Right now it's 8:23, and we've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunson.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a high temperature of 76 degrees. Overnight, rain arrives, and we will also have a low of 59. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with off and on rain and a high of 79. But Sunday will have rain in the morning. We will then turn partly cloudy with a high of 63. Our next cold front arrives early Sunday morning, which will not only bring the chance for rain this weekend, but it will drop temperatures back to typical January levels next week. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunzing.
Rachel, thank you so much. Right now, 54 degrees, Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also in Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
Cumberland County's hometown news and information source. News Talk 640 WFNC. Stream on iHeart anytime, anywhere. Just search WFNC.
You still have time to speak up about the Fuquay Arena interbasin transfer request. If approved, it would permanently divert over 6 million gallons of water a day from the Cape Fear River, threatening our local supply and driving up rates. Learn how you can make your voice heard at pwc.com.
A new year brings new possibilities. At Fayetteville Technical Community College, it's the perfect time to take the important steps towards your dream career. Spring classes begin January 12th, and whether you're looking to complete a degree, change careers, or build on skills you have, FTCC has programs designed to help you achieve success. From healthcare to technology, business to skilled trades, and transfer programs to four-year colleges. You'll find affordable, flexible options that fit your goals and your schedule. Don't forget that completing your FAFSA is the first step to unlocking financial aid that can make college even more affordable. Start the new year with your new career in sight. Enroll today at Fayetteville Technical Community College. Complete your FAFSA and embrace the future with confidence. Start the new year with a new career in sight. Enroll today at Fayetteville Technical Community College. Complete your FAFSA and embrace the future with confidence. faytechcc.edu or 910-678-8400. Get future ready at Fayetteville Technical Community College. At Vision Homes, we believe your dream home should be more than just a dream. It should be a reality. That's why we're committed to bringing your vision to life. From prefab manufactured to custom modular homes, we offer a wide range of styles you can view and order today. And we We don't stop at the front door. We manage the entire process, from the land surveys and septic systems to handing you the keys. We're an independent home center, which means our focus is on you, your land, your lifestyle, your future. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading your space, we're here to make the journey smooth, affordable, and exciting. No corporate red tape, no cookie-cutter solutions, just real people helping you build the home you've always imagined, right where you want it. Visit vhvisionhomes.com to explore our homes and see how easy it is to build your dream home on your land. Vision Homes, bringing your vision to life, one home at a time.
Hello?
Hi, it's Jeff at Big Bank. Did you want to talk about your retirement plan?
Nah, not anymore. I got the real deal from CoachPeteAcademy.com.
Excuse me?
Coach Pete D'Arruda, America's Wealth and Income Coach. He gave me a bunch of free classes and tips, and basically, I don't even need Big Bank anymore. I got lifetime income now.
Seriously?
Yeah, and it was all free. He even gave me a free book.
Free? Oh, wow. What was the name of that website again?
Free retirement planning for the people. Available now at CoachPeteAcademy.com.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Bays on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2.
We get it almost every night. And when that moon gets so big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight.
Kenny,
Yes.
you got Scott over here dancing.
That's the
doing some
point.
moves.
Everybody here is out of sight. But they don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose. They keep
There we
things
go.
alive.
The other one's going dead on me.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah, I
You're
got
all
it.
set?
Now I see it. Yeah.
All right, I'll pull it
Look,
down. Here we
all
go.
three of us are here. Go ahead.
Everybody feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine.
Not the snake. I'm here showing my age. You want to embarrass your kids? Start dancing.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You have youngins?
Well, they're not young anymore. I had my first grandbaby, but my kids are 22 and 24.
Well, the youngins, as far as we're concerned,
that's
start
right.
dancing in front of your 22,
I can
23
clear
year old.
them out instantly.
Look, and look, I'm going to show you my step. This is it right here. So I start doing the robot, right? I'm on screen, too. I'm doing the robot. And then they hate it when I do this move here. This is a Soul Train move.
Just break into the running man. Show off.
No running man this morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez, anyway, now the phone's ringing off the hook. So some dance studio calling me, Dancing with the Stars. Is somebody calling me?
Yeah.
Tell them. Take a message.
I'm going to put him on hold.
Hey, look, man. Hey, I see Sergeant Bogarty out there, and she's ready to pounce in here and get in here. Look, she's acting like she can't hear us.
Yeah.
I see her. She plays us off. But that's okay. All right, hey, Scott, let's bring you back up here. Scott Embry is the executive director of the United Way here in Cumberland County, and you services like 15 counties around the area here.
No.
We were talking in break, and he said, Gilbert, we only work on Cumberland County.
Yeah.
So drive home that point, because a lot of people don't understand that.
It's really true. A lot of even other United Ways in other areas have multiple county regions. Cumberland County, we are Cumberland County. We don't fund anything outside of the county. Really, we raise funds here. We distribute funds just in Cumberland County. It is something that I'm really proud of. And honestly, I don't know how I could work on any more counties.
Yeah, but there's enough here.
Yes.
You have 300,000 folks or so that live in the county itself, and then Fayetteville has 200 some odd thousand.
Yeah.
This is a pretty dense. I think fourth largest population in the state.
Right.
Right. So and then you got Fort Bragg. Throw that in there.
Exactly.
You work with Fort Bragg at all?
Oh yeah. Our partnerships do expand to Fort Bragg. Anything they have in the county, we partner with them. A lot of young enlistees with families benefit from United Way sponsored programs as well. We love our military community. We love the relationships, and man, we just want to continue to serve them well because they serve us so well.
The bad part of that is the fact that you would think that our military is paid well enough for them not to be of needs of some of the services that you provide. But that's just not the case.
Yeah.
And there's an awful lot of pride in our soldiers and their families not to want to put a hand out for a hand. But in essence, sometimes the need overrides that.
Yeah. Well, everybody starts somewhere. You don't come in at the top of your game in any career and just come in and start out. Sometimes you need a helping hand, and we're very honored to be that helping hand. So.
Is 2026, Scott, use your crystal ball. What do you see here for the United Way?
Well, one of the things that's really going to be happening in 2026 is, our Literacy Council initiative that launched in August of 2025 has taken off, and we feel like this year is going to be a real pivotal year as we tackle the literacy issues in our community, and we've got all the right partners to do it. We're standing up programs. We're already seeing an impact, and we're just getting started. So I think you're going to see a lot about the Literacy Council. There'll be lots of coverage in the news, I would anticipate, all year. It is a big issue for us and for our community, and it ties to everything. Literacy ties to everything, and we're working on it, and we feel real good about the progress. You'll be hearing a lot about the Literacy Council.
How big is AI going to play a role in what you do?
Yeah, technology changes us all every day, but you can't replace the heart with AI. And I would say that's going to be the determining factor for us, because there is a head part of what we do, but there is a heart part that is more important even than the head part of what we do. And, AI doesn't have a heart. So we're going to have to stick with our own hearts.
Man, I'm going to have to coin that phrase. AI doesn't have a heart. All right. Well, look, Scott Embry, it's always a pleasure. You come every second Friday at this time, and we look forward to seeing you here in February.
Thank you again. Always a pleasure to be here, sir. And thanks for the great tunes this morning. You got my morning started off right.
That's Kenny Hitman McLean over there in studio number 2. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Let's check out some local news from CBS 17.
Good morning from the CBS 17 newsroom. I'm Brea Hollingsworth. From the Triangle to the Sand Hills, a number of demonstrations took place in our area following the shooting